TWLO. Welcome back to the Fourth Revolution. We talk about stocks for your portfolio of the future. This week we've had some crazy earnings that have blown stocks one way or the other, along with the Fed finally announcing that long-expected asset tapering that we've been anticipating for months now. And it's actually an expedited process, which is easing the markets, allowing another strong bull run, specifically in tech, which has been hampered as of late with people concerned about long-term inflation causing a shock to the market with a drastic rate increase that could have ensued if it wasn't for the Fed jumping in right now, starting their taper in November, a month earlier than expected, and having, 30 billion taken off this $120 billion asset tapering timeline. So let's take a look at some stocks that I see are well positioned to go into the back half of this year. I'm looking at some option plays specifically in two stocks that have had a huge pullback, overdone knee-jerk reaction pullback from where they were pre-earnings, and it has opened a great opportunity to buy after hitting some key support levels that we bounced off of, and I don't see us going below. So let's take a look at these options and take a look at the future of this market and where we can profit off of it. Activision Blizzard, ticker ATVI, you can see has had a roller coaster run since the pandemic began, and this is the pandemic highs, which is what we are bouncing off of yesterday, post earnings, following a disappointing report. We had some turnover in Activision Blizzard's Blizzard division with Overwatch as well as Diablo, the new updated versions of those games, having some significant delays, as well as this division having some significant turnover in their staffing, which has people concerned about this stock, which was already a falling knife since June. But now this stock is looking like a buy. Activision Blizzard, like I was saying, has a portfolio of highly demanded games in this world where people are looking for alternate ways to entertain themselves, and they blew up during the pandemic naturally as the gaming side of the world kind of came out, and they're still here to stay, with their monthly active users remaining buoyant even as the global economy recovers. And this knee-jerk reaction yesterday presented us with a great opportunity to jump in this stock. Analysts are still looking at price targets north of $100 a share. We bounced off of, like I said, these pre-pandemic levels, setting a bottom for this stock, and I think we only have an upside from here. So I'm looking at options on ATV. I'm looking at January monthly options, January of 2022. I'm looking at 70 strike. This is going to be the most active option right now. I'm looking at calls there, and I think this is something to load up on right now. And we got some time. We got over 2 months, closer to 3 months, until the expiration of this option. And like I said, I think we're going to be closer to $100 a share by the time this thing expires. Twilio, ticker TWLO. The stock is a machine in automation. They're putting call services in India out of business. And you can see since the pandemic began, they have just exploded as companies look for different ways to automate their segments. And like I said, with the pandemic really pressuring top and bottom lines, people were looking for ways to cut costs, and Twilio was one of the perfect ways to do so. They are being utilized by companies like Airbnb, Uber, DoorDash, and a number of other interactive platforms that we have all, like I said, interacted with in the last 12 to 18 months during this pandemic. And it's best in class, and there's no real competition in this space, so they control it. But following a deceleration organic growth this last quarter, it kind of fell off. I've been touting the stock since it was trading, closer to $100 a share pre-pandemic. But even now, I'm looking at the stock and the growth that it's exhibited since the pandemic. Like I've said in the past, the pandemic digitalized the world by 10 years in a matter of 10 months, and Twilio was a huge beneficiary of this. And this pullback that we saw in the last week or so is a great opportunity to jump in. I'm looking at March expiring call options. because this stock is going to be volatile in the short run, but in the long run, I am looking at a winner, looking at price targets of $500 and even north of that. This is going to be one of the drivers of this fourth industrial revolution, and it is time to jump on board. Buying shares of this would be a great idea as well. So you don't have to buy options. It's a trade and a long-term buy. So check this out, ticker TWLO. Earnings season is always a great opportunity to jump into your favorite stocks at a discount, and these knee-jerk reactions that we saw from Activision Blizzard as well as Twilio are presenting us with those perfect positioned stocks to jump into. So don't forget to check out Zacks.com/promo, where we have technology innovators with Kevin Cook, and he presents you with some great opportunities for this next fourth industrial revolution, which this show circles around. So again, check that out at Zacks.com/promo. Thanks, guys.